We provide somewhere to turn when someone dies, and also one of our key themes is you're not alone in your grief, and I think that links very much into what we're talking about today. We're a volunteer-led charity as well, and that in itself adds a layer sometimes of complexity. Sometimes if you're talking about mandatory training for staff, that's easier to implement than it is a volunteer-led network. I also want to say a massive big thank you to Sue and Sal. I, as a regional manager, have tried to contact other LGBT organisations, hubs throughout the West Midlands, and we, Cruse, never got the support we needed to progress things. So I want to say a heartfelt thank you to Sue and Sal. And I'm going to echo what other speakers have said. Sometimes I think what you learn more from is what you get wrong, not what you get right. The video will show a little piece about, we delivered a piece of support, tailored support for LGBTQ+ community, and the feedback wasn't totally constructive. And it's what you do with that feedback that is important, I think. I would also like to echo again what lots of speakers have said, the training is fantastic. We've had 2 volunteers went on the previous cohort, and now we're going to have 2 staff members attend the current cohort of training, which will be like train the trainer training that can cascade that training to a wider audience. And as I think Sal mentioned as well, I'm a regional manager. What we learn from what we deliver in Shropshire, Telford and Wrekin, I'm looking at how we can develop that and improve things across our kind of broader geography. So the legacy for Sue and Sal, I know they wanted to focus on Shropshire, Telford and Wrekin, but it will be broader than that. So a big thank you to that. And also, I feel as though we're kind of toddlers. Cruse probably started maybe about 2 or 3 years ago, and I feel as though we're just at the start of our journey, working through and developing a covenant. And I think you'll never get it right. You will constantly need to look at it and develop it and evolve it. But also, I think, as a speaker before stated as well, what we do and what we learn from how we need to develop our services, resources, policies for LGBTQ+ community, that can support us in other elements of EDI as well. Yes, so the short video is a little bit from me and another team member and one of our volunteers who attended the training.
Hi, I'm Sharon and I work for Cruse Bereavement Support in Shropshire. When Cruse National decided to look at its equality, diversity and inclusion policy, I was reminded of a conversation I'd had with Sue Corbin before I joined Cruse as a hub administrator. Sue and I had worked together at a previous organisation, and I knew she had a real passion for the work that she was doing at SAND. So I made contact to find out more about this initiative, because I felt it would be really worthwhile to support our work with bereaved people within Shropshire, Telford and Wrekin. 2 of our amazing volunteers, Alison and Kate, said they'd love to get involved with the facilitator training. They really couldn't praise it highly enough. We felt we were embarking on a journey. We knew we needed to broaden our knowledge of the LGBT+ community and the challenges faced, particularly with those accessing services later in life. We wanted to be able to listen, to understand and to support, making sure our volunteers could fully engage with the initiative too. So, as with every well-planned journey, we looked at our route and our end goal and effectively inputted our destination into the sat-nav, knowing how long it would take us to get there. But as we all know, things can change en route. We came across many twists in the road and a few diversions where we had to stop and rethink what we were doing, how best to cascade the training and that learning to our branch, how to adapt for online training, how to measure our success and make sure that we really were going to make a difference. At times we felt we were in a 20-mile-an-hour limit when we wanted to go 50 miles an hour. But at all times we were moving forward in the right direction. That was really important to remember that. Have a listen to Alison talking about her experience of the training she undertook with SAND.
What do you think is the most important thing that you've obtained from attending the course?
I think it's really made me aware that people who have come out with such hope are now going back and hiding their sexuality, identity, and their own sense of being themselves. And when they're grieving, their life experiences can impact on their grief. For example, they may be isolated from their family and may have suffered many losses. It also reminded me how people have experienced prejudice, discriminatory practice. There's been legislation making it illegal, and medical procedures and conversion therapies as well.
And what would you take away from the learning?
It's led me into thinking about Cruse can ensure we meet their needs. The use of forms and ensuring relevant questions are asked, ensuring that we meet their needs and that our volunteers are aware of their challenges. It's also made me aware of forms generally. I have been asked to take part in a brain memory study for people over 60 with the NHS, and I noticed that they just asked me if I was male or female, and there was no space for any other option.
This graphic shows some of the extra things that members of the LGBT plus community have to deal with when they're navigating grief.
Hi, I am the West Midlands Regional Manager of Cruse Bereavement Support, and my name is Lesley, and I want to thank our volunteer Alison for undertaking the SAND training, delivering training to our volunteers in person, and working towards delivering Zoom training as well. She mentioned some personal insights into what our bereaved LGBT residents have historically had to endure, along with some practical matters we need to consider. Along with her colleague Kate, she has also helped develop a document that clearly explains the complexities and additional trauma our LGBT plus residents often experienced if they are bereaved, highlighting their need for support and understanding, which we are currently calling the Wheel of Grief. Change within charities can take time. However, we're heading in the right direction, a place where all of our wonderful staff and volunteers understand the additional challenges faced by the LGBT plus community, and by doing so ensuring that anyone from the community calling Cruse Bereavement Support feels as though they will be listened to and understood. In addition, there have been wider benefits of our involvement with SAND. We have a service offer called an Understanding Your Bereavement session, which is an initial awareness raising session for bereaved residents, where we explain some of the common thoughts, feelings and behaviours a bereaved person might experience. We co-produced and delivered a tailored Understanding Your Bereavement session for our LGBT plus community. However, this session was received in a lukewarm manner. People felt more could have been done to take in the additional complexities and challenges that our LGBT plus community experience. And it also highlighted the sense from them that our national website did not appear to be an LGBT plus friendly space, or be sensitive or representative. Consequently, we met with our national head office team who adapted the website, and they have now a new section which has been added, which includes and highlights the new unique set of challenges and discrimination our bereaved LGBT plus residents have to experience. Partnering with SAND has highlighted the need for further work to be done together to increase both our knowledge and understanding of the needs of our older bereaved LGBT residents. And there's a real enthusiasm to partner with SAND on a variety of resources and events. Thank you to them for their understanding, patience and motivation. Thank you.